the different family, okay, different family of organic compound along with the functional group, their structure, that is the molecular formula, then the structural formula and the IUPAC name. So let us begin with the first one, that is halogen group, that is halo group, which is called monohaloalkanes. Monohaloalkanes. So which are the halogens? Halogens are fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. Usually it is represented as X. Halogen is usually represented as X. Okay. So now for example, let me take methane. So this is what we are learning. So this is methane. So what is functional group? One of the hydrogen atoms should be replaced and it should be substituted by any of this halogen group if it is combined with chlorine. So now what happened? So now what we have to know here, you have to learn the name, that is IUPAC name and the molecular formula and the structure. So here, what is the molecular formula? How to get the molecular formula? So it should be C and count how many H is there. So it will be CH3Cl. CH3Cl. So what is CH3Cl? This is chloromethane. What is this? This is chloromethane. So we will be learning the molecular formula, we will be learning the structure and the IUPAC name. So let us write down in the column. So if at all you are asked to write the molecular formula of chloromethane and its structure, you should know. So let us learn the first, let us put the first column, molecular formula. And the structural formula. This is the structural formula. And this is the IUPAC name. Okay. This you have to learn. So now, molecular formula CH3Cl. What is CH3Cl? It is the chloromethane. It is chloromethane. Okay. So you have to write the structural formula, that is CH3Cl. Okay. Now, if I ask you to write the structure of bromomethane. So what is bromomethane? It will be CH3Br. What is CH3Br? It is bromomethane. So what will be the structure? The structure, I just clean this up so that I'll get space to write. So this will be same thing, CH3Br. CH3Br is the structural formula of chlorobromine. Bromomethane. I'm sorry. Bromomethane. Okay. Yes. So this is how we write. Next, let us find out for a 2 carbon atom. So let us take ethane. So let us take ethane. Okay. So if it is ethane, so we will be writing chloroethane. Okay. If you are adding bromine for that, it will become bromoethane. Okay. And if at all you are adding, so let me just write the the formula is, what did I say? IUPAC name, chloroethane. So how do you write the structure of chloroethane? So ethane is 2 and this is H and here it is Cl. Okay. So it will become C2H5Cl. C2H5Cl. So what is C2H5Cl? It is chloroethane. Now let us do for propane. So let us take propane. So instead of chlorine and bromine. Let us take iodine. So this is propane, that is 3 carbon atom. So here one iodine has joined. So what will be the name? This will be iodopropane. This will be iodopropane. What will be the molecular formula? C3H7 and I. 367. Okay. So what is this one? C3H7I. It is iodopropane. So like this we can substitute with fluorine or bromine, and you should know how to write. Okay. You just have to, it's mono, that is you have to just remove one of the hydrogen and you get the structure and the molecular formula and the IUPAC name. So that's for monohaloalkane. Now let us start with next group, next functional group, that is alcohol. Let us take alcohol group. So if I take alcohol as the functional group, I will be referring this as alkanols. Alkanols family. This is alkanols family. Okay. So OH. OH is what? The OH is the functional group, that is alcohol group. Okay. So let us start with methane only. So this is methane. Okay. So when it is only 3 hydrogen is there, then it is methyl, right? So this is methyl. For that I am adding OH. So what is it called? This is common name will be methyl alcohol. Common name is methyl alcohol. If at all you are using the IUPAC name, so what will be the name? What is that? You have to take the word root. You have to take the word root plus you have to add the suffix. So what is the suffix for alcohol? It is OL. OL is the suffix. So now word root. So what is the word root here? It is methane, right? So it is methane, right? Methane plus OL. So what we have to do? We have to remove this E. So this will become methanol. Okay? This becomes methanol. That is the IUPAC name of methyl alcohol. Okay? So this is the suffix, IUPAC name for this will be methanol. Okay? So let us, this is the structural formula. Okay? So this is the structural formula. So how do you write the molecular formula? Molecular formula will be CH3OH. So what is CH3OH? CH3OH is methanol. So let us do it for ethane or ethyl alcohol. Okay, so this is methanol. So what is ethane? Ethyl alcohol. Let us find out for ethyl alcohol. For ethyl alcohol, you know when it is eth is 2 carbon atom. So this will be the structure for ethyl alcohol. This is ethyl alcohol. Okay. This is ethyl alcohol. So what is the structural formula? It is C2H5OH. 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 Ethyl alcohol. So what will be this one? IUPAC name. So as I told you, you have to take the word root plus you add the suffix OL and you get ethanol. So this is for ethanol. Okay. Now, can we do for the next one? Which is the next one? Propane. So propane is what? 3 carbon. So this is 3 carbon. 3 carbon, and how many hydrogen are there? C3H7OH. So what is this one? So this is propane, right? So propane, okay, you remove E and you add OL, okay, you get propane. So this is for the alkanol. Alkanol, that is alcohol group. This is the suffix. So molecular formula, structural formula, IUPAC name. So they can ask anything. Okay, they may ask you to write they may give the molecular formula and write the structure, or they can give the IUPAC name. You have to write the structure. So methanol means what is the structure. So learn this, and you can try it for butanol also. Okay, so that way you will understand. Okay, you will learn better. Okay, next let us go to the next family, next group, that is aldehyde group. Okay, so we learnt about alcohol, that is alkanols. Okay, alkanols. Okay, alcohol group. Now let us go to the aldehyde group. Aldehyde group, you know very well, it will have the suffix al, right? Okay, so that's why it is called alkanol, which is nothing but aldehyde group. Okay, this is aldehyde group, aldehyde functional group. So you have to write CHO, or you write this one. Okay, that is the formula. Okay, so let us start with methanol. So methanol, we know very well, methane, right? Methane, which has 3 hydrogen. It has 4 hydrogen atom. Now, what we have to do in case for methane, okay, the aldehyde group is joining. Okay, so this is methane. So this is methane. Now, CHO group is joining. So I can't add one CHO here. Can I add here CHO? No, then it is not methanol, because there is 2 carbon atoms are there. So what I do here, so when it is like this, okay, when it is like this, what I do, I have to add CHO. So what I do here is, as it is, I put it here, then it will become, this is what? This is the structure for methanol. This is the structure for methanol. So tetravalency is there. So what will be the structure? It will be HCHO. HCHO, right? So that is methanol. So HCHO. So this is the structural formula for methanol. Methanol, okay? CHO group. CHO group. CHO group is aldehyde, okay? So next, let us go to ethanol. Okay? Eth means what? 2, right? So now ethane, right? That is ethane. For ethane, aldehyde group has to join. So again, 2 Cl there. If I add the CHO like separately, then it is not ethanol. So here itself for this C only, I am going to add the aldehyde group, that is CHO. So this is the structural formula for ethanol. You know what is ethanol, right? When it is ethane, right? And E you are going to replace with the suffix Al, so it becomes ethanol. That is the IUPAC name. Now let us write the molecular formula. So what will be the molecular formula? C. How many H are there? 3, right? So CH3. CH3 CHO. CH3 CHO. So immediately when you see the CHO, you will know it is aldehyde. And you just see this and you will come to know it is ethanol. Okay, so that's about ethanol. So propanol is over, ethanol is also Methanol is over. Now ethanol is over. Let us do for propanol. 3 carbon. So how will you write? Right? How will you write? You write 2C. For this C, you will be adding the aldehyde functional group. Aldehyde functional group. When you add, you got propanol. You got the propanol. So write the molecular formula for it. So it will be C2H5. Or I can write CH3, CH2, CH3, CH2, CHO. CH3, CH2, CHO is propanol. Or you can just write C2H5, CHO. So that is propanol. Okay, right? So you can try for butanol, pentanol, okay, and learn. Okay, so now we finish with the halogen group, alkanol group also. Next, what we have to learn? We have to learn the carboxylic acid group. Okay, so let us learn that. That is alkanoic acid. Okay, right? Alkanoic. So let us see next one, the carboxylic acid group, right? So if it is carboxylic acid group, so it is called alkanoic acid or carboxylic acid. This is the functional group C double bond O, C double bond O, OH, and suffix you know it is called oic acid. So we'll start with methane only, right? So let us see methane. So we know methane. This is methane, right? Now I have to add the C double bond O, OH. So how to write that? So I'll write C double bond OH and here OH, right? So this will become methanoic acid. From methane you remove E and it becomes methanoic acid. So this is the structural formula for methanoic acid. Okay, so what is the molecular formula? HCOOH. HCOOH. That is methanoic acid. Okay, now let us go to ethane. Ethane is carbon, 2 carbon. So here I'll be adding the functional group as it is. So what is this one? This is ethanoic acid. This is ethanoic acid. Okay, right? So what is the structural formula? CH3COH. CH3COOH. Now let us do for propane. Okay, C, 2C, third C will be the functional group. So what will be the molecular formula for this? Okay, what will be the molecular formula for this? This will be CH3, CH2, COOH, or you can write C2H5, COOH. Okay, so that is the propanoic acid. Okay, now I hope you understood alkanols or the aldehyde group. Next, let us learn about the ketones. So let us start with the next functional group, that is ketones, right? That is alkanins, or that is what otherwise it's called ketones. So we are not learning here about the methane and ethane because you won't get it. Almost becomes like the aldehyde group. So that's why we are not going to discuss about it. So we are straight away going to propane. Okay, propane you know very well, it is 3 carbon atom And one more thing here we have to remember, when we write alcohol group or aldehyde group or carboxylic acid group, it is always attached in the terminal end, okay? Always in the terminal end. But here, when it comes to ketone, it is better we write it in the middle, okay? Write it in the middle. You add the ketone in between other two carbon atoms. So this is propane because 3 carbon is there. So here this will become the ketone. Okay, the ketone functional group. Okay. So this is ketone is always put in the middle between the carbon atom. So now this is the structural formula for propanol. Okay, propanol. Propanol. Okay. So what is the molecular formula? CH3, CH3, CO, CH3. So what is this? This is propanol. Okay. This is propanol. So let us do one more for butane. So let us take butane. Butane is what? 4 carbon atom, and I told you the ketone we don't put it in this end or this end, so you can put it in the middle. Okay, so you can put it in this second carbon atom or the third carbon atom. Anywhere you can put the ketone group. Okay, then write the structural formula for butanol. So this is butanol. Okay. So what will be the molecular formula? CH3, CH2, CO, CH3. Or you can write C2H5, that is these two C, that is why it becomes C2H3 and H2 becomes H25 and CO, CH3. Okay. So this is butanol. So you can do it for pentanol. I hope now you understood what is functional group, how to write its structure, what is the molecular formula, and what is the IUPAC name. So we started with halogen, then we learned about alkanols, then what else? Alkanoic acid and alkanons. Okay, so alcohol, aldehyde, carboxylic acid and ketone. So this is very important, so you have to learn. Let me give you some work so that you will practice and will understand answer this question, that is write the IUPAC name of the following compound. This is in condensed form. So you know when it is CH3, you know how to write CH3, then C double bond O, CH2. So find out the IUPAC name, okay, of these two compounds. Then starting from the hydrocarbon butane, write the structure and IUPAC names of chloro derivative of butane, and the alcohol when it is alcohol group when it is combined with butane, and aldehyde and carboxylic acid and ketone. Okay, try to do it without seeing. So then you will understand whether you have followed it or not. Okay, thank you.